Hi guys, Miss Best here from Best Online Tutoring. I wanted to go over some arithmetic problems for students who may be getting ready to take the TSI to get into college. The TSI, or the Accuplacer, is a college placement test, and in the math section, one thing that kind of trips students up is that there is no calculator allowed. So for many students, it has been years since they have not used a calculator. So I wanted to go over a few tips that may help you with basic operations that are expected of you on that test. First, let's look at basic operations with integers. Integers are numbers, whole numbers, that are positive and negative. So no decimals, no fractions. Integers as a general definition, are whole numbers, positive or negative. That kind of gives you an idea of what an integer is. And there are some basic rules, but I find that two rules help the most when dealing with integers. When we are multiplying integers, positive or negative, let's remember that if we have a positive sign and a negative sign right next to each other, so positive times a negative, this is always going to give you a negative. Okay? Or if it's a negative times a positive, you will get a negative. So it's easy if you circle it and replace those two signs with one sign, a negative, a subtraction sign. The same thing is if I have a negative and a negative. So I have minus, minus. I'm going to circle those two, and this is going to become a positive. So using that trick, it can help you deal with integers a little bit easier. Let's look at our example. 36 plus negative 20 plus 50 minus 17 minus 10. The first thing I'm going to do is go through, and anywhere I see two signs next to each other, I'm going to simplify them to one sign. Here we have a plus and a minus. So positive times a negative is negative. We are going to rewrite that as 36 minus 20. I'm going to bring down the plus 50 because there's only one sign there. And here we go over here. Minus, minus. I'm going to circle these two negative signs. A negative times a negative is positive. So we will rewrite that as 50 plus 17 and then bring down the negative 10. Now we can do our subtraction. 36 minus 20 is 16. And then I'm going to do this addition, and it just sort of saves me time when I do it in pieces. Some people are really good at just doing it all at once, but there's nothing wrong with doing it step by step. 50 plus 17 is 67, and then bring down the minus 10. And so we have 16 plus 67 minus 10, which is 57 plus 16, which is 73. Okay, so that's our answer. Next, let's look at order of operations. Order of operations just basically follows certain agreed upon rules on how we deal with numbers. The operations are the operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So those are the operations. And you probably remember this, PEMDAS. Okay, this is just a quick acronym to help us remember the order that we should do the operations from left to right. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is how I was taught when I was in high school. So P stands for parentheses. If we see numbers in parentheses, we do those first. Next are exponents. If we see exponents, we do those next. M is multiplication. D is division. A is for addition. And S is for subtraction. Multiplication and division are on the same level, and we do them from left to right. Addition and subtraction are on the same level, and we do them from left to right. So let's look at our example. 8 minus 5 times 2 plus 9. I'm going to go using my PEMDAS rules to see the order that I need to do the operations. We'll look and we don't see parentheses. We don't see exponents. We do see multiplication. So multiplication is what needs to happen first. 5 times 2 is 10. Now I'm going to bring everything down. 8 minus 10 plus 9. Next we have no division, addition and subtraction from left to right. So 8 minus 10 is negative 2 plus 9. If you want to switch it around so that you can make sure you don't make any mistakes, 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, so that's a quick, simple problem using order of operations. All right, thanks guys.